Friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to a spinner vlog. I'm letting a spinner wheel choose how many hours I read every single day this week, and I am very excited to bring you guys along. I say this week and it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, it's the 2nd of October, and the reason I started today is because I started another vlog yesterday that is completely separate from this, and I read the book for that vlog, and I'm carrying that on throughout the rest of the month, but I did want to do a special vlog for this month to keep me motivated, to keep me reading, because I have a lot of books to read in October. If you have not seen my October TBR, I will leave it in the cards above, but it's absolutely crazy, and I need the motivation to stay on top of my reading schedule every single week. So I figured I would do some fun vlogs over the course of the month to keep me on track with my reading. So what better way than to have a spinner wheel pick how many hours I need and I'm obligated to read every single day. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. For Wednesday, October 2nd, I'm going to spin the wheel and see how many hours I need to read for today. I only have it 1 through 4 because even 4 is pushing it. I'm a mom of a toddler. Let's just be real. Let's be honest, okay? I don't have a lot of free time to read, so I need to be strategic about you know what I'm doing with my life. And at one point I had 6 hours on this wheel and I was like, girl, be fucking for real right now. Be so fucking for real. So 1 through 4, let's hope I don't get 4, but if I do, I will make it work. I'll make it work. So let's spin the damn wheel. I'm nervous. Oh, please don't do me dirty, please. What? Seriously? Honestly, kind of slay for day 1. Kind of slay because I have a lot of things to do today. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. I do have to read 300 pages a day. So this is just an obligation. This is just me knowing that I have to sit down for an hour today and get reading done. But I will definitely read more because I do have to finish an entire book today. And the audiobook is 2 hours and 54 minutes long. So regardless, I'm going to read an hour. But for the first day, it said no pressure, bestie. Just do what you can do. And I love that for me. I love that for me and I love that for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start this vlog off and I'll bring you along through the rest of the week while I read my books. And I should probably tell you what I'm going to start with. That would probably be helpful for you and for me so I can properly edit this later. But I'm going to be reading the Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. I have my bookmark ready to go, and I'm very excited. I'm reading this for a read along that I'm doing with some wonderful ladies, Karina, Dana, B, and Tara. I will leave everyone linked down below. We are reading Abby Jimenez's entire backlist. We read The Friend Zone last month, and we are reading the Happy Ever After playlist this month. The live show is on Sunday, so I need to get it done, and I plan on finishing this one in one day. It is a little bit of a chunkier book. It's almost 400 pages, so I definitely have my work cut out for me, but with the audiobook speed that I'm listening at, I really don't think I should have a problem. So honestly, slay. What a good day. The next couple days probably will be a little bit more of a struggle because I have some chunky books to get through, so stay tuned because it's going to be a fun ride. Okay, hey besties, hi. Remember that clip that you guys just saw right before this of me starting my little cute 1 hour timer? It was a lie. It was a fallacy. I lied to you. I decided on a whim that I'm actually going to start my timer tonight because it's only 1 hour. It's only 1 hour, and I did read for a good chunk of today. I read at least an hour. I think more like an hour and a half, going on 2 hours today because, well, I have an hour and 40 minutes. I read an hour because my audiobook was 2 hours and 43 minutes, and I have an hour and 40 minutes left of my audiobook, so I have read exactly an hour today. That being said, I need extra motivation to clean up my room, so I figured if I put my timer on for tonight, start it for an hour, pop on the audiobook, finish my audiobook, read for an hour, and clean my room, I can be productive, and I can bring you guys along on the journey, because I can't really bring you along in the car, you know? I'm just broom around, and I didn't listen to anything at work today because I was listening to music instead. I don't know, I wasn't feeling very reading. I wasn't feeling reading at work vibes, you know? So this book, besties, I love it. I'm obsessed. I love it. This follows Jason, and I'm not going to say the female main character's name, but we did meet her in the first book in the series, and I was laughing, I was kicking my feet, I was giggling. I've been hee-hee, ha-haing the entire time. I'm obsessed with these characters. The banter, top tier. Top tier. Abby Jimenez knows how to write good banter, good humor, good angst, good tension. It's all there. It's all there, baby. And the emotions, it's there too. I do fear that I'm gonna cry. I do fear I'm gonna cry. But that's okay. I'm gonna cry my way through it. I do love a good cry fest. I was just telling Dana about this a second ago. I love a good cry. What's better than a good cry? Nothing. Well, actually, probably a lot of things. But right now, in this moment in my life, not a lot is better than a good cry. So I'm going to finish this up for tonight, do my hour and 40 minutes. I'm not going to roll anything over. I think I'm just going to pray that I can get it done every day, you know? I'm going to hope that I can be a structured woman that likes to read. We'll see. At this point, I'm not putting any bets on anything, okay? But I will bring you along my cleaning journey because, again, the room is a mess. It happens every month. I should really say, it happens every week. Okay. I'd be lying to you if I said it happens every month. It happens every week. And then it rolls over into a month before I clean it again. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go clean. I'm procrastinating because I don't want to clean. But I am going to do it. And I'm going to bring you along. And I'll let you guys know what I think of my book by the time I get to the end. Let's start the timer.
I need to log off, I need to step back. Constantly online, causing me setbacks too. Every day see so many people doing the things you do, and they're doing it better too. Whoa. It's like, why should I even try when there's always some other guy who's way ahead of you, but makes it look easy? Why would they need me? Oh, I hear it now. I'm just being needy. I try not to envy you, to get angry. You do it better than me. I try not to hate myself, to lose confidence, but you always do it better than me. I just wanna be loved like you. I just wanna miss me too. Just wanna be the one they choose. Yeah, I just wanna be loved. That's really, really cool for you. Yeah, everything you do is cool. It's kind of unbelievable. It's also unachievable. Yeah, almost inconceivable. I'll never do it like you do. And I know I'll grow in a host for me. But self-doubt comes easy, and I've tried almost everything, but it just hasn't worked yet. I try not to envy you, to get angry. You do it better than me. I try not to hate myself, to lose confidence, but you always do it better than me. I just wanna be loved like you. I just wanna miss me too. Just wanna be the one they choose. Yeah, I just wanna be loved. Ooh, I hate comparison, cause it makes me feel lesser than striving for perfection, thinking somebody else.
Alrighty, I apologize if you guys can hear the fan. I don't make the rules. I just live here, okay? But I have to come with you with some good news. As you guys saw, I did complete my 1 hour for the day, and I'm feeling very accomplished. I am feeling very accomplished. I got my first day done. It was an easy day, so, you know, I'm not gonna hype myself up too much, but I did finish my first day, and I also finished the Happy Ever After playlist. 5 stars. Fight me on it. I don't care. You can. I loved it. I loved it. There was a little bit there where it got a little slow and a little sad and a little depressing. But you know what? She brought me back in. She sucked me right back in. She sucked me right back in, and I cried. Okay. I had tears. I found out that Abby Jimenez just makes me like this wet fucking noodle, man. I'm just like freaking limp in her arms. She can just do whatever she wants with me, and I'd be like, yeah, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Winner. Winner, winner, winner. I cannot wait to see what the rest of the girls think of the second book of the series, especially because the first one was not a huge success. So I am curious to see what they're going to think of book 2. And Dana did mention that she listened to the first song in the playlist, and that makes me want to go through and like add all of the books to a playlist and then listen to them, because I like a good cry. Okay, I want to cry over the book, and I think I'm just gonna have to go listen to the playlist and cry over the playlist now, because that just sounds like fun to me. That just sounds like fun. But since we're here, right? Since we're here, and I'm trying to be a prepared girly for tomorrow, so I don't have to stress about the spinner wheel, it might be a good idea to do the spinner wheel for tomorrow, right now, so I don't have to do it tomorrow, and I can prepare and plan and figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. I have a big book on the docket for tomorrow too, so if we get several hours, I won't be even mad. I won't even be mad about it. I won't. That being said, don't give me 4. That being said, I don't want 4. Okay. Okay. I'm nervous. Again? Oh no, it's gonna be 2. Okay. 2 hours. That's doable. I can definitely do 2 hours. Again, I don't really have a choice. I have to read 300 plus pages a day to keep up with my schedule. So yeah, winner. 2 hours for tomorrow. I will definitely cue out my timer as soon as the reading commences. I'm going to be reading Kid by Jessie Hall tomorrow, and possibly The Dare by Holly LaRoe, because I reread that every spooky season, and I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood for some shenanigans, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. If you read it, you know. But I am looking forward to Kid, because that one just sounds like it's going to be a hoot, and I am quite excited for it. So I'll bring you guys along the journey tomorrow. I can't wait to tell you guys all about it, and I hope you have a wonderful night, evening, day, whenever you're watching this. I'm gonna go get some rest, because the way that I have not been getting up early in the morning is sick. It's sick. And the way that I've been getting late to work every day is even more sick. I don't talk about it. You didn't hear it from me. Okay? Good night.
We want everybody to succeed, but can we start with me? Like, why was it her and not me? Why was it her and not me? Wish someone could redesign me, to not have the style to find me. Why was it her and not me? Why was it her and not me? Envy is gonna blind me. Why was it her and not me?
Hello friends, another day, another bed update. Mostly because I'm lazy to go over there and do a different, scenery, a different backdrop. It's just gonna be is what it is. You know what? That wasn't even English. That wasn't even English. It's Thursday. I wish it was Friday. It's been a week, so just cut me some slack, get me some grace. I've been reading, okay? And that is the whole purpose of this video. So we're just gonna slide right past that, okay? I have, let's see, 47 minutes and 54 seconds, 45 minutes, 57 seconds left of my timer for the day. So I am well on my way to finishing my time, and I still have 150 pages to read before I hit my page goal for the day. So I definitely need to use that 45 minutes and however long it's going to take me to get to page 304 before I can even put this book down today. So my 2 hours will 100% be hit for today. However, tomorrow's going to be a struggle. I haven't even told my husband about this. I'm going over to my friend's house tomorrow. So I'm not going to have as much time to read. So my goal is to not get a high number. But knowing that I got a 1 and a 2 on day 1 and 2, I'm going to get a 4 today. I can feel it. I don't want to manifest it or whatever, but I can feel it. So I am going to go ahead and spin, because I don't know if I'm actually going to update before the day is over. And I'm terrible at spinning in the mornings. So we're going to spin now. Pray for me. Don't manifest a 4. What am I gonna get? I'm scared. You can't have a 6, babe. I'm just getting really lucky. Either this is my really good luck or this game is boring. I don't know which one it is, but 2 hours. And I'm not gonna complain for the day that it is. However, I think maybe on Saturday and Sunday, I'll bump my numbers up a little higher, because I have a little bit more time to read. That way we can make things a little bit more interesting. But tomorrow, Friday, I will read for 2 hours, which again, I can totally do. No harm, no foul. But I will make this more interesting for you guys on the weekend. I promise. But yeah, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna read Kid. So far, I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely a fever dream. There's a lot of drugs. Honey, you can sit down. There's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of addiction talk. It's definitely dark. We're following Kid, and he is infatuated with the sister of the couple from the first book. So what's her? Cole's sister is the main female character in this book. It does kind of suck that I'm not getting two perspectives in this story, which I really think this book could use. I feel like it's lacking the second perspective. However, the audiobook, very good. And it is really just a fever dream, because it's a lot of this character getting high on coke and ecstasy and all of these other things, and watching as he trips out and subsequently is obsessed with this woman. And for good reason. She's kind of amazing. She's cool, but she's also very sad. She's very broken. And I'm just curious to see where this story is going to go. So don't mind my mess. I had to move so Isaac could lay down. I'm going to read my 150 pages, and I will chat with you guys most likely tomorrow with an update on today. Or I will chat with you tonight and give you my final thoughts on Kid. And I will be finishing this one up tomorrow because I need to start something else on Saturday. So that's my goal. I'll chat with you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your time as you watch this video. I was gonna say I hope you have a great night, because that's usually how I end my voice note with my friends, but obviously the video is still going, so bye. Sometimes I read books, dark romance is one of those things. It's obviously none of it's realistic, but then you have lines like this. She floats freely through her life, never tied down to anything that will constrict her wings. But how lonely it must be to fly alone all the time, lost deep in thoughts that pull you down. Damn. Okay, I see you, Jessie.
No, you've never heard of pain, because you're just high on life. Every day is Saturday. Life is sweet as birthday cake. Why can't it just stay this way? Like you wanted to, like you wanted to, like 24/7, like 24/24 heaven. Oh, like you wanted to, like you wanted to, like 24/7, like 24/24 heaven. Oh, nothing but blue skies, a totally peaceful mind. Never need a second try. No, you get it right the very first time. It could be the best of days, it could be the best of times. Why do we need the troubles? Why? Why do we need the troubles? Why? Nothing's ever in your way, scoring every shot you make. No, you've never heard of pain, because you're just high on life. Every day is Saturday. Life is sweet as birthday cake. Why can't it just stay this way? Like you wanted to, like you wanted to, like 24/7, like 24/24 heaven. Oh, like you wanted to, like you wanted to, like 24/7, like 24/24 heaven. Oh, instead I'm thinking of strangers, I'm thinking of haters, I'm thinking of laying down for a nap right here on the pavement.
Good morning, besties. I didn't get a chance to talk to you last night and tell you my thoughts on Kid as I finished up my last, 45 minutes of my timer from yesterday. So I figured I would do that now while I have a little bit of time. Not a lot, because I am always chronically running late for work. It is my fatal flaw. Yeah. Nowhere else. I don't run late for anything else except for work. I'm always late for that. But that just tells you how much I love that job. Anyways, Kid by Jessie Hall. I got to page 304 as I had wanted to, as I predicted, and I am right on track for my schedule of books for the month as a whole. And I am just so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself because I have been in a little slumpy slump when it comes to reading books. Everybody's reading pace is different. So this is in no way, shape, or form a determination of how good of a reader you are, because honestly, half the shit that I read, I don't remember, which we don't have to talk about. But I was reading like 20-25 books a month every single month. And then my reading dropped down to like 8 or 9 books a month. And for me personally, that was really low. And I was like, wow, I don't know who I am anymore. And now I'm back, baby. I'm back. And I plan on reading 25 books this month. Try to stop me, okay? Try to. You can't. So anyways, kid, I don't know where I went with that. I'm enjoying it a lot. I do think it's a little slow. I found that I felt the same way about Hawk when I read that as well. Like the middle section is a little slow. Like this point that we're at, it's like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? But I also think that it leads to really great character development, because these characters, they're rough, okay? They're going through a lot. They have a lot of stuff going on. They are struggle busing it, okay? They are hard people when you think about like the grand scheme of like life in general. If these people were in real life, they'd be hard people to love, because they are just a lot. And they're very toxic for each other and for the people around them as well, but for each other especially, because they both have vices that they are unwilling to give up, and they both have issues connecting on a deeper level with people around them. Kid, not so much. He's in there like somewhere. He falls first and he falls hard, okay? And I love that for him. Jo, on the other hand, or Han, however you want to call her, Johanna, she has commitment issues. She has mommy issues, and she is broken. I don't want to call her out on her trauma, but bitch, she's having a hard time. So it's just a struggle to watch her self-destruct and self-sabotage the entire story. Cause she's like, actually, you're being so good to me. No, I can't. And it's a little frustrating, but I'm loving seeing the lengths that kid will go to get to Johanna and make her feel as loved as he actually loves her. And so far, I'm just really, really enjoying it. So I cannot wait to read more and tell you guys all about it. And I will definitely do so as soon as I get back from my work day today. And I'll let you know what I think of Kid as I move on to my next book that I need to read for today.
First I think of a delicate thing, and then of a break it. I'm thinking of habits, yeah, all of the bad bits. Wish there was a secret map to the good parts, and I could have it. But mama says bad days unnecessary.
Besties, whoa. Does that tell you how I'm doing? Okay. Level with me here for a second, okay? I did not finish my timer yesterday, but only by 8 minutes. And I wasn't going to push myself. I just wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to push myself to read more than my body could physically take. So it is what it is. I will roll those 8 minutes over until today, though, because no harm, no foul, right? No harm, no foul. I'm taking it as a win. But I require caffeination, and I require hydration, because I'm going through it. I went out last night with some friends, not out, we were just at somebody's house, but we were dancing, screaming, having a good old time, and my voice, she's not live, laugh, loving, but that's okay. I had a really good time. I'm very tired, but I have a headache because I drank too much wine, and now I need caffeination and water. So I'm doing my best today. I'm doing my best. I'm hoping, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm going to up the numbers. And I did up the numbers. I only upped it to 5 because I don't know if I could do 6 today. But I upped the numbers, but I'm hoping I get a small one because I'm tired. However, that being said, I am currently behind on my plans for my reading schedule because yesterday I just did not get as much reading done as I wanted to. However, I did finish Kid by Jessie Hall. I don't know exactly, whoa, sorry. I don't know, I can't. With this voice crack, I can't. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna give it. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4. A 4 is feeling right. The middle was a little slow for me, but I did really like the ending, and I loved the character development between the characters. I feel like that was a really shining star moment in this story, and I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a dark one. It deals with heavy talks of that scared me. It deals with heavy talks of depression, anxiety, addiction, self-harm, suicide. So definitely check the trigger warnings if you're going to go into the series. This book. Honestly, check the trigger warnings for all of Jessie's books because they're all dark in some way, shape, or form. But I did really enjoy it. And I think that a 4-star fits well for Kid. I think I'd give Hawk a 4-star as well. They're not my new favorites from Jessie, but still ones that I really enjoyed and would highly recommend. And in order to get myself back on track for today, I do need to read both The Dare and Losers Part 2 to get myself on track. I don't know if I have to read all of Losers Part 2, but I do have to read a good chunk of it. So, you know, I need to go look at my little spreadsheet to figure out exactly what I need to do. But before I do that, let's spin the wheel. I accidentally pressed it, so we're going to go with it. We have 2 through 5. Of course. Of course. It's only right? I did ask for a little bit of chaos, a little bit more, you know, meat and potatoes in this vlog. So 5 hours on a Saturday just seems accurate. It just seems accurate. So we're going to roll with it. I'm going to get myself situated. I have to do some Instagram stuff this morning before I get into reading. I am waiting for Dana to get back to me and see if we want to do some reading sprints, and then my son will be home soon, so I gotta put him down for a nap before I can actually get into the bulk of my reading. But I do have to read because that 5-hour timer is not gonna fix itself, okay? And then if I finish The Dare and Losers Part 2 and I need something else to pick up in those 5 hours, I will be reading The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead, but I'm reading that for a different vlog. So I don't really know how I'm gonna handle that. I maybe just won't talk about it in this video, but you will know that I did finish my timer. So that's my update currently. I'm not feeling hot. What I really want to do is lay down on my bed and not do anything, but I want to get all my books read this month, and that requires me to stay on top of my shit. So anyways, I'm gonna drink my coffee, drink my water, hope that my headache goes away, and I will chat with you guys when I get a good progress through something, and I'll let you know where I'm at with my timer. Oh, and I guess it would be 5 hours and 8 minutes because I'm rolling it over. But 8 minutes is really, I should just keep it at 5. But for the sake of continuity, 5 hours and 8 minutes for Saturday.
Notice a good day, and I guess it may.
Hey besties, I'm working at the bare minimum of energy today. So this is the angle you're getting. It's not an angle you asked for, nor did you want, but you are getting it, so you're welcome. I did want to let you know that I did finish The Dare. I have my copy over there. I put it in my little basket when I finished it. So I don't have it with me, but I did finish it, and I am currently at 3 hours and 9 minutes left of my 5-hour timer. I forgot to add the 8 minutes on, but I will do that at the end of the night. So I still have a total of 3 hours left before I finish, and I did go ahead and pick up Losers Part 2 by Harley Laroux, which is perfect because The Dare is actually the novella that starts off this series. This is book 3 in the series technically, but it was cool to kind of like read where their story started and see how it all began and then jump into book 2. I'm on chapter 9, page like 89, and I'm a good chunk of the way through. I've actually already read these first 90 pages. I read it a few months ago and just didn't pick it up. I wasn't in the right mood for it, but I'm happy to be back with these characters. I am really enjoying my read of this so far. It's definitely very spicy. It's like it's a white shoe story. Degradation kink is one of the biggest kinks in here, and it's definitely fulfilled to the highest degree. But I am enjoying this one. Orion just went down for his second nap, so I'm going to try to get some more reading in before I inevitably have to wake him, because I doubt he's actually going to fall asleep, but I'm going to try my hardest to get him to go down for nap numero dos. So I'm going to start this timer. I'm reading with the besties. We are doing like sprints offline, just hanging out as a group, and it's been fun. We are staying on track. We're being structured women. I have about 40 minutes left of the sprint, so it'll be a good chunk of the book that I can knock out, and I will come back to you guys when I have another update that's somewhat productive, because at this point it's going to take me a while for me to even get halfway through this one because this book is so chunky. So I'll probably try to update you around the halfway mark and let you know where my timer's at.
I wish I had the same delusion that I do when I was 2 and didn't think that I could ruin anything at all. I could never fall. I wish I had that same conviction, convinced I never needed fixing. Yeah, that girl really knew her business. Where did she go? Yeah, she thought she could do anything, thought she could get anywhere. Confident she's number one, and if nothing else.
Okay, besties. Okay, it is, I wouldn't say, oh, you're crooked, hold on. There we go. I wouldn't say it's halfway. It's not even close to being halfway, but I'm going to give you an update right now because I'm planning on sitting down and getting a good chunk of this done, since I still have a good amount of my timer left, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I have 2 hours and 36 minutes left in my timer. And for my audiobook, I have 3 hours and 6 minutes left. So I will literally have 30 minutes on the dot left of this book when my timer is finished. I'm going to go outside and do my diamond painting and listen to this. I'm not disliking this book. I am really enjoying the relationship dynamics in this story. I just think it's a little slow and it's a lot of smut. It's a lot of smut for this 500-page book. I am 16 chapters in, and I think 10 of those, maybe 11 of those chapters have had a smutty scene. So, and you guys know, I love a good smutty book, but dang, I don't know, I could use a little bit something different, but that's okay. I'm gonna power my way through. 3 hours and 6 minutes is really not that long for an audiobook to have left. And because I'm gonna be diamond painting, those 2 hours on my 2.5 hours on my timer will go by so fast. So I'm hoping to just finish up my last 30 minutes if I can tonight. If not, I'll finish it up tomorrow and then pick up something new. But it'll be good to get this off of my list and off of my series list, because this is the last book in a series and it's been sitting on my series list for a little while. So it'll be good to finally take another one off of the list. So far, so good. The timer's going well. I'm definitely gonna hit my 5 hours today. I'm working on my Twilight diamond painting, so I'm happy to be working on that, and I'm excited to get through some more books on my TBR. I'm not feeling stressed this month so far. I'm staying on track. I think because I set up a really nice schedule for myself, so like I know I'm like right on track and I don't feel behind at all, which is so lovely. I might do this like every month, even if my TBRs aren't as stacked as this, just because it makes me feel less stressed, because I always feel like I'm behind, and then I end up finishing my TBR, but I don't feel as behind as I did before. And I don't know if that's just like a planning thing in my head, or if it's really working. I don't know. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna read this. Hopefully I end up enjoying it when I get to the end. I think now that we're getting back into, like, they went on vacation at the beginning of this book, now we're getting back into the real world, some other stuff is gonna start happening, so hopefully this will pick up a little bit and it won't be as slow, but I will let you guys know what I think when I get to the end.
I can remember how I used to do it, that I was a member of Confidence Club, cause that don't last forever. I wish I saw what she saw, I wish I knew what she knew. I love how she just owned it, but sadly I've outgrown it. I know I'm still that girl, but I don't know how to show it. Like she knew, like she knew, she knew, she knew. Wasn't really ready, no, I had to grow up, but it's so heavy and I'm feeling low, unlearning all that was wrong for me. And I wish somebody would've should've warned it. No, they did, but I kept ignoring. Didn't wanna have to face it, but if I don't know it's gonna break me, oh. Yeah, she thought she could do anything, thought she could get anywhere. Confident she's number one, and if nothing, everybody's wrong. Used to be calm, now I can't remember how I used to do it, that I was a member of Confidence Club, cause that don't last forever. I wish I saw what she saw, I wish I knew what she knew. I love how she just owned it, but sadly I've outgrown it. I know I'm still that girl, but I don't know how to show it. Like she knew, like she knew, she knew, she knew. It's like sitting in a boat, wondering if it is going to float. Now that I've packed all my things, is there anything else I should bring? Yeah, all that shit that I can't. When that baggage is heavy, baby, I got reason to worry. Please don't tell me I got reason to worry now.
Jag kollar dig hela tiden. Hej, hej. Nu ska jag zooma in dig lite så att jag kommer närmare dig. Då kan du säga hej mamma.
Hej mamma.
Hej pappa.
Hej pappa.
No, I wish I saw what she saw, I wish I knew what she knew. I love how she just owned.
Okay, it is that time of the day to do another spinner wheel, but first let me give you guys my final updates on Losers Part 2 by Harley LaRoe. I did sit down last night. I finished my timer. I actually finished the book because I forgot to add my 8 minutes on, so at the very end I added my 8 minutes on, so I only had like 24 minutes left of the audiobook, maybe 22, when I was done with my timer. So I'm like, let me just finish the book. So I did finish it. I think I'm going to settle on a 4-star rating. I did really enjoy the book, and I think that the strength of the writing and the character development of the story really saved it for me. If it wasn't for that, it kind of would have been a little bit slow and boring, but I did really enjoy the character development between these 5 characters, this found family aspect, this group of characters that cared so much for each other, that were willing to do anything and go above and beyond to keep each other safe and make sure that they felt safe and protected in their relationships. And overall, I really enjoyed that. I think that the last scene at the end was a little bit cringy and very cheesy, but I did really enjoy the writing and the overall story of these 5 characters as a whole. I just think that the book was a little bit too long and had a little bit too many spicy scenes for the way that it was written. You know, it was a very large, chunky book, and it could have been cut down by taking out some of those explicit scenes, which usually I wouldn't say, but I feel like this book might have benefited from having less spice, which is so strange to come out of my mouth, but I'm just going to put it out there, and I'm going to leave it at that. So 4 stars. I'm really glad that I read it. I can finally get it off of my series list, and let's move on to the spinner wheel for today. I don't know if I can handle 5 hours again today. I'm not necessarily busy, but Sundays are usually the days that I go and spend time with my husband and my son, since it's the one day of the weekend that my husband doesn't work. So I have a feeling that we're going to be out and about a little bit more today, and I have a live show today, so I don't have as much time to read. I'm crossing my fingers for a 3 or a 4. I'll even take a 4, but just not a 5. But a 3 would be good. So let's spin the wheel. This always makes me so nervous. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, thank god. I didn't want the 2. I was okay with a 3 or a 4, but I thought it said 3 for some reason. But I'm glad that it was not a 5, because I would have cried. You would have seen tears coming down my face. But 2 hours, I can do that. We've seen that happen throughout the course of this week. It's the last day for the spinner wheel as well, so not too bad to end off on a good day. And honestly, most of the days were pretty good. And to have a 5-hour day, yesterday was the best day to have it. So I'll take my wins where I can get them. Now, what I'm going to be reading today for 2 hours is The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. This is on my weekly TBR for next week, but getting an early start is not a bad thing, because I have a lot of books that I still need to read, and I have 2 books that I haven't yet put on my weekly TBRs because they got added middle of the month. So I need some extra time to get those done. I won't be talking about this book in its entirety in this vlog, but I will let you guys know when I get to the end of my timer, just because I am including this in a different vlog. But this says, while in college in New York, Shay Evans and her best friends met a captivating man who seduced them into a web of lies about the way the world works, bringing them under his thrall. By senior year, Shay and her friend Laurel were the only ones who managed to escape. Now, 8 years later, Shay built a new story in a Tony? What the hell's a Tony, Texas suburb? What's a Tony, Texas suburb? I don't know what that means. But when she hears horrifying news of Laurel's death, delivered, of all ways, by her favorite true crime podcast crusader, god damn, that was a mouthful, she begins to suspect that the past she thought she buried is still very much alive, and the predators more dangerous than ever. Interesting. This has a podcast element. I don't really like to read too much into my thrillers, so I'm going to keep it at that, but I'm very curious to see what I'm going to think of this one. I wonder how the housewife plays into it, and this will be my first Ashley Winstead. I don't read a lot of thrillers, so I'm definitely curious to see what I think of this one. So I will let you guys know when I get to the end of my 2 hours. I'm going to try to get some reading done right now, because Orion's going down for a nap. I have some time before my live show, and now's the perfect time to do it. So I'm going to get some reading done, and I will check in with you guys at the end of the time.
I don't know how to show it like she knew, like she knew, she knew, she knew.
Okay, friends, I took a very long break for my first reading session. I have 48 minutes and 18 seconds left on my timer for today, and I'm going to sit down and read more of The Last Housewife. I just want to let you guys know that I did make some progress. I am 104 pages in, and I shall finish up the rest of my timer now, and I will be a good chunk of the way through this. I think I'll be about halfway by the time I get done with my timer, so I will let you guys know when I come to the end, and then we will wrap up this vlog.
She knew.
it is time to come on here and close out this vlog. Oh my gosh, what a fun experience I had. This is the first time I've ever successfully done a spinner wheel vlog, and it was so much fun. I had a great time with it. It was definitely a great motivation to pick books up and get them off my list and stay on track with my schedule for the month, and I'm just glad that I did it. I'm glad that I finally followed through with one and I got one done. So let's just quickly run through all the books I was able to read this week, my thoughts on them, and yeah, and then we'll say goodbye to the end of this vlog. So the first book that we need to talk about is the Happy Ever After playlist. I read this one and really enjoyed it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, had a great time with it. Abby Jimenez has done it once again and has blown me out of the water. I really enjoyed it. I think actually since reading this book and talking about it in our live show, I have since dropped my rating down to a 4.5, but still a really good rating. I left it as a 5-star on Goodreads, but in my mind, 4.5. But still really loved it, still amazing, still incredible. Definitely a fave from Abby Jimenez. Not my favorite, but one of my faves. So glad that I read it, and I cannot wait for the third and final book in the series. After that, I picked up Kid by Jessie Hall. Read this one, really enjoyed it. I'm glad that I picked it up and finished out this non-series standalone situation. I got a very good glimpse of Kid in the first book, Hawk, but I'm really glad that I was able to read his full-length novel. It was a little too long for my liking, but I'm still really glad that I picked it up. Then I picked up and read The Dare, the novella in the Losers series. It's a reread for me. I reread it every year, and I had a great time with that. And then following right after that, I picked up Losers Part 2, the last book in the Losers trilogy, and I really enjoyed this one. I gave it a 4-star. It wasn't a favorite from this series. I think the first book I liked a little bit more. I felt like this one was a little too long and had a little too many smutty scenes, but overall I really enjoyed the character development, and I'm glad that I took this one off of my series list. And then I ended the timer with The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. I read half of it for my timer and then rolled over the other half in a separate video, so I will definitely talk about that in that video, and I'm not going to talk about it in this one, but just know that I did since finish it and have some thoughts for sure. So this was my stack for the week. Definitely not bad at all. I got so many things done, and like I said, the spinner wheel definitely motivated me to pick up the books that I was not ready to pick up in my mind, mentally, you know, emotionally, but I got them done, and I'm so glad that I was able to stay on track with this vlog. So let me know if you read any of the books that I talked about in today's video and what you thought of them. Also, let me know if you like vlogs like this that are a little bit more broken up, not as, I would say, cohesive. I try not to put too much talking into these videos because they can get rather long, especially doing like a check-in every single day on every single book. But let me know what you thought of it and if you enjoyed it, and I will definitely try to do another one in the future. And if you made it to the end and don't know anything else to comment, leave a Halloween emoji for The Dare, because this does take place at Halloween, and I would love to see your favorite Halloween emojis. That is the end of this video, though. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!